Okay, we're live. It's James Minnick speaking, trainingsites.io. If there's 100 things that you could kind of hand off to someone, just to delegate to someone and have them done for you, what would they be? What are the things that you would write down on a list? What are the things you just want to delegate, whether it be creating content or running your business? Um, that's pretty close to available now. There's two things that have happened this week that, again, that are changing everything, and it has to do with the launch of AI agents. So what I want to do today is I just want to go through my 100 ideas or 100 tasks that I'm wanting to test or to delegate. I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference between what is an AI agent and what are we normally used to, and then maybe some tasks or types of tasks that you want to consider giving in your particular list of things to delegate. And I think the first thing I want to kind of touch on is that when I was thinking of this, again, I don't have access to the big one, which is called manus.im. There's a wait list for it. It came out last Friday, which was 6 days ago. I'm chomping at the bit here, wanting to get my chance to do it. I've seen as many videos as I could find about the way that this works, and I'm thinking, like, where are the areas in my business that I can apply this to? I don't want to develop software. I don't want to do all this technical stuff. I just want to know, how can it apply to me, the small business owner, the entrepreneur, the educational space business builder that wants to, share something that they teach and be able to earn some money doing it. What are the things that can help me out here? And the ones that I came up with kind of fell into a couple categories. The first one was content creation. Obviously, I love creating content. If you're going to be in the education space and the AI stuff that's happening there, you got to be able to create content quickly that's high value content that pertains to the topic that you are interested in and the people you're trying to teach are interested in. The other thing is marketing and lead generation. You still got to market your stuff to get people into your AI learning community, be able to get them involved. You have business operations stuff that isn't about necessarily teaching something, it's just stuff that's all part of business. You have to be able to do research and analysis, see what's working, what's not working, testing, thinking about strategies or different strategies. And also you got to think, okay, where am I today? Where am I going to be sometime in the future? So these 100 tasks that I came up with generally fell in those 5 areas. So if you're thinking about 100 things that you want to do, what are the 5 areas that you would consider? Or what are the 5 areas of your business that you just want to hand someone off and say, hey, I just hired you. You're a virtual assistant. Get it done. Get it done. So, first of all, I think we need to do and take a look. I got these ideas for things I want done. I want manus.im to do it, this brand new general AI agent. Or the other one that was announced this week, 2 days ago, was from OpenAI, ChatGPT. They have an agent API, which means the developers can basically instruct it to do stuff. So you're going to see a lot of different tools coming out in the next couple of weeks that are taking advantage of this open AI that they can call on to get, all of the agent stuff done. But you're kind of figuring out, well, first of all, what the heck's the difference between an agent and these regular ChatGPT and the stuff that I've actually worked on in the past. So I think that's kind of a good place to start. And we'll open this up. Actually, I do have a course in here on trainingsites.io/join. You can see the link below. Where is it? Let me just go over there. Yeah. At the bottom of the page there, this is my AI learning community. This is my spot where I have all my information, courses and stuff on starting, building, and growing an education business using AI. I've been putting together this course. And again, this is free for you to join. But I just want to talk about just quickly the difference between what the heck's a AI chatbot and what's the difference between these new things coming out. And here's the big difference. In the past, we've used things like ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or Notebook, and we basically had a conversation with someone who's really, really smart and has a whole bunch of information and said, hey, I want this, give me an answer back. So it's more a one back, one back, one back. And again, yes, it can output some stuff. It may give us a syllabus. It may give us some lesson text. It may give us a script, but it's still conversational, and it's something that we personally are involved with back and forth through all the iterations or the steps in any particular task. So that's an AI chat, an AI chatbot might be called. On the other hand, an AI agent is a virtual assistant. And the difference is that instead of having that conversation back and forth, it's about you just saying, I want this task done, go do it. So none of the back and forth is necessarily required. Anytime there's a whole bunch of steps that need to be done, an agent will take those steps or do those tasks in sequence to be able to complete whatever the big picture is that you ask. So there's a fundamental difference between a chat and an agent. And that's the big thing that's coming out now. Manus.im is the first one that I think is in public available. ChatGPT has made the API available so developers can do the same thing. So that it's coming, it's coming. I would think in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we're going to see a whole bunch of either other apps or other platforms mentioning this agent stuff. So I got my list of 100. I'm putting this together, but I just need to understand first what's the difference and why should I even think about 100 tasks as opposed to what's the best way to prompt ChatGPT, which I have been doing for the past year and a half or 2 years, as there wasn't any AI agents to actually help doing this. So, that's the big thing there. We got chat and AI agent. The second thing is any task that we give to these agents is an end-to-end task. So what's an end-to-end task? Think of it as this way, is if you're talking about something with AI chat like ChatGPT today or Claude, you basically say, write an email about my new course launch, right? So here's just an example again. Write an email. So I'm giving either a single task, one thing, and it's a give the task and get one response. Or I ask one question, get one response. But those are simple requests. They're not end-to-end tasks. An end-to-end task is a complete process with multiple components. So an example would be create a complete course launch email sequence, including announcement, benefit emails, FAQ email, testimonial showcase, and a final reminder with a countdown timer. Those are fundamentally different requests, right? One has a whole bunch of steps that are interconnected, and I'm saying, look, I want all of this done for me, and I want these pieces in it, just go do it. It's not me going back and forth with each of them. So we've got complex tasks, and we've got requests that are different. Those are the two big changes that you got to kind of think about when we're going through this. So you're probably asking, okay, James, we've got this areas, we've got these 100 areas. What are some examples of things I might be thinking about as I'm going to do this? So what I want to do is I'll just show you here some of the tasks that I've come up with that I'm getting ready to test and that I'm excited to test with Manus.im when I get my hands on it. Now, I've seen all the other videos, other people doing stuff, but I'm looking at from a business perspective. I've got my 5 areas in the framework. I'm trying to figure out what's the cool part for me. So here's some of the ones that I came up with here. Let me just open this up a little bit so we can get it a little bit bigger for you. And these are the ones that I kind of put up, right? So here's some examples. I'm going to go through 100 so you can see them, and then I'll show you 4 kind of complete tasks that I put together. So, here's the first one, simple one. Create a complete 5-module mini course on beginner Photoshop skills. Put your name in here, including outline, scripts, slide decks, practice exercises, and a certificate of completion. Bam, gone. Take my latest webinar recording into a self-paced product by creating a transcript, dividing it into lessons, designing supplementary materials, and setting up the delivery system in Teachable. Bam, done. None of the one and back and forth. This is just, here's the task. Go do it. Get it done. I don't want to bother with it. So those, I had 10 there. Marketing and lead generation. Develop and implement a 30-day content marketing plan for launching my new course, including blog posts, social media content, email sequences, and a webinar outline. Done. Set up an affiliate program for my courses, including commission structure, documentation, promotional materials for affiliates, tracking system setup, and an onboarding email sequence. Done. Business operations. Quarterly business review system, complete customer service system, project management, financial tracking, Content asset management. I've been talking about RAG, or retrieval augmented generation, which is this next big thing in this whole AI agent space. We're going to be able to pull from your own data. Legal documents, training programs, content repurposing, business growth and scaling. Any of the things that you're thinking about, if you have a membership site, you're going, hey man, I would really like to be able to have, an engagement plan for my community, or get that done. Or what are the things that I should include here? Or how can I verify my market or research my market for this course, whether it's a minimal viable product or how much I should actually price for it. It says, do the research, come back and let me know. So I put together 100 of these ones here. And again, they're in a list here. They're all available for you to download, take a look at. And did I come up with these on my own? Of course not. I used ChatGPT and Claude to basically come up with the areas that I was focusing on, just some examples of it. And what I ended up with is I said, you know what? Okay, that's kind of cool, but what can I actually do? Or how would I prompt Manus to get the task actually completed? And here's some examples of what would happen. So I just, this was the one, I did the first 5-minute one. So this is the one here. It was like complete a 5 course. So I was just saying, I went to ChatGPT and I said, hey, if I was going to give this to Manus, what would be the exact task request that I would make? So as soon as I get access to Manus, here's what I'm doing. Create a complete 5-module mini course on whatever it is you're selling for who want this. And basically the task is saying, I want a detailed course with 5 modules, each containing 3 to 5 lessons that build progressively. I want word for word teaching scripts, each 10 to 15 minutes in length, professional slide decks using my brand colors, practice exercises for students after each module, downloadable resources, appealing certificate, welcome message, court navigation for governors. The course should be focused on, make sure there's all the content. So there we go, ready for my Teachable account. So there's a specific request you can hand off to Manus or any of these AI agents and have it all done for you. Now, is it going to be perfect? No. Do you have to fine tune it? Yes, but you have to remember that this is an iterative process. Once you get the kind of requests that you're getting, the output that you want, it can go through all of the tasks and actually have this happen. Another one I did was, this is one that was kind of interesting. I said, develop a complete product and service offering. These are one of the things I run into on a regular basis is, like I have courses, I have services, I have my agency done for you. So it's like do it yourself, done with you, done for you. I've got all sorts of services that are available. And it's often hard sometimes to organize the product offerings and explain what is the progression between them, which ones apply to what, what's the best way to message them. So wouldn't it be great to develop a complete digital product suite plan based on my expertise and a roadmap, multiple income streams at different price points, and then just say, hey, what is the customer journey that goes through this? What are the products that I need to offer? How would they best be explained? Unique selling propositions. What are the dependencies between forth? But I have 12 key things in my task here, and I just hand it off and it gets done. So I did 4 of them here just so that you can see them. And again, they're available to download if you want to go and pick those up yourself. Go to the trainingsites.io/join and just join up. And this one, I think where I put it, minimize this again. Yeah, this one is just being public, 100 tasks you can delegate to your AI agent. Work smarter, not harder. So I'm filling this in right now. It should be published actually by the time that you see this. If not, it'll be there when you're recording this free for everyone. And I'll put the links as well as separate documents in my prompt library as well. Here, I want to make sure, sorry, I wasn't showing it. There it is right there, 100 tasks you can delegate to your AI agents. So this is the one that, again, it's in draft right now. It'll be public a little bit later today. But again, it's here for you, available for you, all the links and content that we're talking about. So, I'm thinking about all this stuff and I'm just kind of really excited, but I'm just wondering, like, what are the next steps for you and me when we're doing this? I have my list of 100 tasks. I came up with 100 things. But the question is, you have to come up with 100 things that are important to you in your business. And you got to pick a look and say, which are the tasks that I don't want to do that I want to hand off, which are the ones that are worth handing off, because you can ask someone to do something, but if it's busy work and has nothing to do with starting, building, and growing your education business, it's not too much. And then is it, how complex is it to delegate? Is it something I should just do quickly, or is it something that really requires some extra work or some extra pieces to be done? So these are the kind of next steps. We're trying to figure out what we should give to any of these AI agents, pardon me. But what I'd like you to do, or at least consider right now, is what are the 100 things that you want done? What are 100 things in any of the categories of your business you would just, man, I just want to hand this off? And I want you to write them down and think about them, because I would think in the next week or two, a lot more of us are going to have access to Manus.ai. And if we have got a list of tasks and we've asked ChatGPT to create a specific request for that complex task that we can give to Manus, what is going to happen? You're going to get some kind of finished work. You're going to have to look at it, fine tune it, and basically get to the point where you're now going to have a virtual assistant doing all of this wild work for you. This is exciting times. Don't be scared. You still have to come up with all of the great ideas, and that's where the real exciting part is we're now handing off some of that technical work, the heavy lifting, and we're in a spot where we can just think of cool ideas that can share our experience, help the people we're trying to teach, and earn money with our great knowledge and the way that we present it. So my name is James Maduke. Trainingsites.il/join is where to go. Like and subscribe to the channel. I do these videos every day, and it's always about how to start, build, and grow your education business. Take care. Expect the best.